Okay, so I went to Ollie's Bargain Outlet yesterday, and the reason I have to do a voiceover is because the GoPro was not picking up my voice either. I was talking really low, probably because yeah, having a camera out and stuff is really, I don't know, makes me really self-conscious because not a lot of people do that where we are. And I'm always afraid of being like thrown out of the store or something for exposing their trade secrets. But anyway, they must have had a huge buyout on Star Wars Crayola products and just all kinds of Star Wars products. Those are Crayolas, those are art sets. And then I was really stoked about this, and I did end up getting it for my daughter as one of her little birthday gifts from the kids because she loves to knit. She's a wonderful knitter. I mean, she can make all kinds of things like shawls, and she knits really, really well. But she's been wanting to learn how to crochet as well. And I know that she can do it because, like I said, she can make all these intricate lace patterns. The shawls she's made for me, I should do a video of on them. And she makes socks and just all kinds of things. But when I saw these, I was like, wow. And they were only $6.99. So I was like, I have to get these. So I was looking around, and I did see a lot of things that I see on Hollar at the store. So, they must buy the same types of closeouts. Ollie's was cheaper on most of the things or the same price. Now, right up here is that sidewalk paint, and I was really glad to find that because Hollar forgot a set of it, and so I only had 2 cans with my boys. That was not going to fly. So I did order more of the rose art one from Hollar, but these were $1.75, so it was 25 cents cheaper than I paid, and they had more colors. So I got one of each color, because Hollar can sometimes take, a week to 10 days or something. So I got these thinking that, well, maybe they could use them today, but it's raining here. So they're not going to be using them today, but I'm sure they'll be using them, at some point. So I got those. Those were $1.75. And I'm sorry, my camera wasn't on, but in there I have this really nice Scandinavian adult coloring book that I really liked. And then I'll show you more I'll do a haul of everything I got, but I don't. So yeah, for Alexandra, that's my daughter. And then as I was looking at these, what I did find is that there was one that had this like sticker on it, and I think it's over here that I find it pretty soon. And it said not available to be sold or something. I thought, well, maybe it was like a return. There it is. See it? Customer did not want is what it said, or did not need. And so it was a return, and it was still on there, and it said something about not being for sale, so they must, just send them back like that. But these were really nice, and I did get one. So, yep, got that. And then, oh, that was the screw to my GoPro holder thingy that I had. And they had a bunch of other Star Wars things like this. So great if your kid if you have an Ollie's near you and your child is in Star Wars, or you're buying birthday presents for someone that is, you might want to check it out. Okay, and then on to, I didn't take throughout the entire store, just some areas. They had a lot of nice stuff. There was a lot of stuff that I've seen on Hollar, and like I said, sometimes it was cheaper, sometimes it was about the same. That was Penn State duct tape. What else was there? Lots of pens, scissors. Oh, they had a lot of those, which is also in Hollar. I think it was roommates or wall pops. They had a lot of the same decals and things like that. And this quartet, I believe this is the same one that is also in on Hollar. And so they had that as well. And then that was a chalkboard one. And they were all, I think they were similarly priced, maybe like on set on some things. Ollie's may be a little cheaper, and the cardstock and those scrapbooking things, I use them for videos. They were very good prices, and they were $1.99 for a huge book of them, and they had many different styles. That was a stuff I need to do book. And of course, you know, I was rushed through the store like crazy because my husband was there, and he was driving me absolutely out of my mind. And yet, you know, he's loading the cart up with tarps and things for himself, you know, but he's just complaining about everything because, yeah, he's calling me a liar now.
5 times.
5 times you complained? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then I didn't get any of these books, but they had People of Walmart. I just wanted to show that.
Pants on Fire.
Yeah.
Highlight, Pants on Fire.
Okay. So then they had, like I said, lots of adult coloring books that were really good quality. Oh, these Star Wars books. Yeah, he fought me tooth and nail, and then the big one over there, but I did get 2 of them, 1 for each kid. And it's a raining day now, and they're already playing with them, so I'm coloring now, so that's
good.
Stickers
all over the walls.
No, they will not be. So let's see. Yeah, there was classroom posters and things.
Star Wars crayons.
I've already been through the Star Wars crayons. Yeah, the Star Wars crayons were a huge deal, but these books were really nice too. These were like $3.99, and they're huge, and they have giant posters they can color and stickers and stuff like that. And let's see. Sorry, yeah, if the voice came out good in the store, but it's just with the GoPro and the case that I had it just was not picking up well, and it was fairly audible, so I figured I'd do the voiceover. Okay, the reason that we went to Ollie's was because they were having a area rug closeout. Now, oh my goodness, I don't even want to. I bought area rugs the last time several years ago, and even since then, they've usually always have a really good stock of area rugs. But this time, there were only like 2 rugs that I liked. I mean, I like this one, but I didn't want the red. But I like the more traditional styles because we are redoing the whole house, and there's going to be no more, you know, we don't have much wall-to-wall carpeting except that was in the bedrooms, but that's all going to be gone. We're putting in new hardwoods. And downstairs, everything is going to be the wood look, ceramic tile. Well, not everything, but everything is not going to, there's going to be no carpet, okay? And so I need area rugs for each room. I like this one too. I was thinking for the dining room or something. My husband was just not in the mood, and I had a really good coupon too, but it's good till the 18th. There are a few other Ollie's near us. Had the selection been better, but really I only saw like 1 that I liked, and it was, to me, at the normal price that I always see it at. So these were like $179, $199, and they're what size? 8 by, what's that? 8 by 12 or 8 by 15. So yeah, I was just like, okay. And then we were gonna, excuse me, get a bunch of the really, really large ones that we had in the basement to replace the ones that were ruined down there. And I found one that I liked, but it was like, oh, my husband's like, oh, it's getting rain, and you know, come on. So he's like, and he's like, oh, well, you probably should have come by yourself. Yeah, well, how am I going to get that big, huge carpet into the truck? So I'm going to have to go another day. He had his head set on going to get this incredibly expensive basketball goal at Dick's, and I didn't know that, but that's why I was rushed like a lunatic through the store. And that stain there that I have, I just got, because we have this picnic table that my husband built. I didn't want something enormously expensive, and they had a closeout on that stain, and yeah, I got that for that because and then for like this bridge thing that I have, I'll show it to you. But it was a good quality stain, and it was at a really good price, so I just picked it up. You know, what harm? It's a marine quality finish, so I got that, and I really didn't find much in the way of rugs. And then, okay, there's my husband telling me that, oh my gosh, that looks like we're crazy, and yeah. And my kids got these gloves there. They're like strange kids because they're like so. My husband's looking at those because we have to replace our weightlifting mats and stuff that were under the weights in the basement. And he's like, oh, they had bigger ones over there. And then these rugs were like, I think they were $39 for 5x7s. But I was looking at the really huge ones, like the 12x18s for the basement. And I looked at the stair treads. They were a good price, but they're all different colors. And I'm doing a special thing with the basement stairs, which I'll show you about. And I want to have the same color. But the ones they had the same color on, they didn't have enough to do them. Yeah, it was just weird. So I didn't go with that. And really, yeah, just, you know, I mean, if I didn't have the project I was doing, then they had those, you know, the anti-fatigue mats. My kids are just, the gloves, mommy, look at these are great. Kids are weird. Okay. And how they were going to clean the yard and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Because we've got all kinds of construction debris around, and we were supposed to get our other dumpster that took the one away because it was full. We were supposed to get it on Friday, on Saturday, and I don't know. I have to call the lady tomorrow and find out what happened because it never came. And of course, it rained, and they had the sheetrocking scraps and stuff outside, so that'll be fun to have the kids chuck that as soon as the dumpster comes. But yeah, I mean, and these were the huge rolls of carpets. These are not remnant. These are not. Some of them are remnants, but the ones I was looking at were all bound around. They weren't the remnants. Those are not the ones I was looking at. The ones I was looking at was like a tweedy, kind of a Berber, similar to what we had that had to be tossed. Always down this aisle. And then they had these needle punch carpets, indoor outdoor carpets. They were $12.99 for 6 by, what was that, 6 by 8, 6 by 12. And yeah, here's what I was looking at. And I was looking at, not the plush. This one was one I was considering. And it was really huge. And then, of course, well, I wasn't going to use, if we weren't going to buy all the carpets and the area rugs and stuff like that at one time, I didn't want to waste my coupons. So I used a 10% coupon on what we did buy, and I have a 15% off. So that was good to the 18th. And like I said, we'll check out maybe another one nearby to see if they have a better selection. Well, I'm showing you the turtles we got there because they're probably not going to make the haul video. I think we were all pretty worn and tired, and we needed a little chocolate break before heading to the Home Depot for paint, and that's another experience in and of itself. We picked our paint colors for our house in about 3 minutes, the entire downstairs, so it's either going to be really good or really bad, or who knows. We were just exhausted, and I'm not one of those people that loves to do that kind of stuff. So anyway, guys, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to us, comment, tell me I'm not alone with the husband rushing me through the stores like that. I know I'm not alone. But anyway, I will update more on the paint colors. I'm going to try to find the chip colors, and I'm going to do the haul for Ollie, so look for that to see everything we got. Thanks for watching.